The most popular Halloween costumes for children this year is Batman, Wonder Woman, and a princess. While trick-or-treating is one of the best parts of childhood, there's also risks every parent should make sure their children know about before they walk out the door. Rebecca Mickelson, a community outreach and education coordinator at Penfield Children's Center, is live to share 4 ways to protect your children. Let's first start. Thank you for joining me this morning.
No problem.
Rebecca.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. You know, the first thing, even before the children step out the door, there should be a warning, right?
Right, so we just need to remind them of the basic safety that we teach them every day about using the sidewalks, crossing at the crosswalks, making sure we're paying attention to cars and making sure that they're, watching if they're going to turn or if they're backing out of driveways, just some of that basic stuff.
And the costumes, is there anything that sticks out to you that is really dangerous?
Sure, the biggest things that we want to remember is that they're well-fitting. Obviously our weather's going to be nice, so we shouldn't have to bundle up too much, but if we had to put extra layers under, that they're big enough that we can put those extra layers, but they're not tripping hazards. Also, the other thing we want to do is make sure that we're using something like a glow stick or a flashlight if we are out in the evenings trick-or-treating, so that if we're wearing a darker costume, we're still easily seen by cars.
Or reflectives. Yeah,
Yep.
You have an example of a glow stick right here that you can buy. And it's pretty inexpensive. This one is just $1.
Yes.
Treats now that make sure that the children don't eat them right away.
Right, so it's very tempting that as we're going house to house to kind of dig into the bucket and eat a treat, and we don't want to do that. We want to go through all of our treats, make sure nothing has been opened, make sure that there's no tampered wrappers, make sure that there's no homemade treats in there. Those are all things that we want to stay away from.
You know, and some people that may be watching don't have children but are going to be giving out stuff. Some people may have some food allergies, and it can be really dangerous. Some of them could end up in the hospital if they have peanuts, for example.
Right. Yeah, so there's lots of great things and alternatives that you can find. You can find things like tattoos and pencils and bubbles and little slinkies that are a little bit more fun for the kids that maybe can't have the candy.
And aren't terribly expensive.
No, they're not.
Also what to do with the extra candy, because a lot of dentists are doing the buybacks. Probably a lot of parents already know about that. But what can you do with all of it?
So there is the buyback. So there's always that opportunity to find a local dentist who's doing those buybacks, and they usually give away some type of reward or prize for turning things in. You can also donate it to a lot of different organizations who send candy overseas to different groups over there for different soldiers. So that's one thing that you can do as well. You can take the mini candy bars and stuff, chop it up and use it in your holiday baking. The other thing that you can always do is take some of those fun things like M&Ms or Skittles, put a few nuts, a few pretzels, make a little holiday trail mix with it. So there's lots of fun things that you can do with it.
I really appreciate your time, and these are also very good reminders, things that you should already have in your mind, but just to always remember to keep everything happy during the Halloween time. Rebecca, thank you for waking up with us. Trick-or-treaters will be out collecting candy across much of southeast Wisconsin this weekend. Drivers, be aware of that. You can also find the times for your community at tmj4.com/fall.